Aloha, Chairman Schatz, Vice Chairman Murkowski, and members of the U.S. Senate Committee on Indian Affairs. Koyana for the opportunity to testify today on the Setting New Foundations, Implementing the Infrastructure, Investment and Jobs Act for Native Communities. My name is Nicole Borromeo, and I serve as the Executive Vice President and General Counsel of the Alaska Federation of Natives. Established in 1966 to achieve a fair and just settlement of our Aboriginal land claims, AFN is the oldest and largest Native organization in Alaska. AFN counts as members 158 federally recognized tribes, 10 regional, and 141 village Native corporations that were established under the Alaska Native Claims Settlement Act, and all 12 regional tribal nonprofits that compact to run federal programs under the Indian Self-Determination and Education Assistance Act. As Vice Chairman Murkowski mentioned, having recently formed a consortium of eligible Native entities to apply for the National Telecommunications and Information Administration's Broadband Connectivity Program for a Use and Adoption Grant, and just hours ago being told that we were in fact a recipient of an award, AFN is well positioned to help the committee understand some of the challenges facing the Native community with respect to the EIJA. Today, however, I want to focus my testimony on one issue and one issue alone, which is permitting. I trust that the chairman, vice chairman, and other members of the committee will refer to my written testimony for other important matters. In AFN's view, the number one post-award barrier to success under the EIJA is permitting. True, there is $13 billion earmarked for tribal communities and Native entities under the bill. However, if our tribes, Native corporations, tribal, and Native Hawaiian organizations cannot permit, the resources that the members of this committee worked so hard to secure for us as Native people will be returned to the Department of Treasury. AFN suggests two solutions. First, in Alaska and other states with high acreages of federal public lands, please encourage, if not mandate, the Department of Interior to either A, enter into a joint memorandum of understanding with the respective federal agency who has issued the infrastructure award to develop and implement one permit for both departments, or to create one permit for the entire Department of the Interior. By example, in Alaska, just one infrastructure project may touch on lands managed by 4 agencies within the Department of Interior: the Bureau of Indian Affairs, the Bureau of Land Management, Fish and Wildlife Service, and the National Park Service. Each of these agencies in turn have their own permitting processes, and sometimes they conflict with each other, which causes unnecessary delays. Second, please encourage or mandate all federal departments and agencies to strictly adhere to the FAST Act. Doing so will bring about a deliberate, transparent, and predictable federal permitting process for all tribal infrastructure projects. I want to say mahalo to your commitment to Indian country and to the islands for making sure that we as Native Americans, Alaska Natives, and Native Hawaiians were not overlooked in this once-in-a-generation infrastructure package. I also want to extend a special mahalo to Lucy Murfitt and Amber Ebarb from the Senate Committee on Indian Affairs. They have provided invaluable support to Alaska, not just recently, but during their tenure in the Senate. Also to Adam Geisler and Nick Courtney at the National Telecommunications and Information Administration. I know Adam took some tough questioning from the members of this committee earlier, but he really has been such a great example of what is possible with a federal employee. And finally, at the Department of Treasury, Fatma Abbas. We could not move the mountains that we have moved recently in Alaska without Fatma being over there. I welcome the opportunity to answer any questions that you may have, and thank you for having me.